Hi students, today we discuss about the cardiac muscles. So the muscular tissue. So animals possess muscular tissue which forms muscles. The muscular tissue of animal forms muscles. Generally, the animals possess three types of muscles, namely skeletal muscles, smooth muscles, and cardiac muscles. Cardiac muscles. We already completed skeletal muscles and smooth muscles. The muscles which attach to bones are called skeletal muscles. Next, the muscles which locates are situated in the walls of viscera or internal organs are called smooth muscles. Skeletal muscles are voluntary muscles, but the smooth muscles are involuntary muscles. Now we discuss about the cardiac muscles. What are cardiac muscles? The muscles which are situated in the wall of heart, are called cardiac muscles. So cardiac muscles are situated in the wall of heart. Wall in the vertebrates, the wall of heart possesses three layers. So the wall of heart in the vertebrates possess three layers. This is outer layer, this is middle layer, this is inner layer. Here outer layer is called epicardium. Middle layer is called myocardium. Inner layer is called endocardium. Epicardium possesses connective tissue. Next, myocardium possesses cardiac muscles. So, cardiac muscles are situated in the myocardium of heart in the vertebrates. Next, endocardium is made by endothelium. So, the cardiac muscles are situated in the middle layer, myocardium, in the heart of vertebrates. So, the muscles which are located in the wall of the heart are called cardiac muscles. Cardiac muscles are found in the wall of heart, in the vertebrates. The cardiac muscles possess cells. These are called myocardial cells or cardiac cells. These are cardiac muscle cells or myocardial cells of the heart. So the myocardial cells or cardiac cells are short cylindrical shaped cells, short and cylindrical shaped cells, which possess each myocardial cell possess cytoplasm called sarcoplasm. This is sarcoplasm. The sarcoplasm of each cardiac cell or myocardial cell possess one or two nuclei. So, myocardial cells are uninucleate or binucleate. So, each cardiac cell possesses single or double nuclei. So, these are uninucleate or binucleate. So, the myocardial cells are short, cylindrical shaped, uninucleate or binucleate. Next, the cardiac muscle cells or myocardial cells possess branches. With the help of these branches, one myocardial cell connects with another myocardial cell of the heart. So, myocardial cells or heart cells are having branches. With the help of these branches, the myocardial cells are connects with each other and which forms a network in the wall of heart. Next, one myocardial cell joins with another myocardial cell by gap junctions or electrical synapses. Gap junctions are electrical synapses. Synapse means a small gap between one myocardial cell to another or adjoining myocardial cell. So a small cell between two myocardial cell is called synapse. Electrical synapses means one myocardial cell connects with the cytoplasm of adjoining myocardial cells. Those are called electrical synapses. So a small gap present between two myocardial cells called synapse. With the help of synapse, one myocardial cell connects with one myocardial cells with cytoplasm of another myocardial cells. Such type of synapses are called electrical synapses. What are the uses of electrical synapses or gap junctions? The electrical synapses or gap junctions allows signals or stimulus from one myocardial cell to adjoining myocardial cell. So, with the help of electrical synapses or gap junctions, the signals or impulses or passes from one myocardial cell to adjoining myocardial cells. So these are gap junctions or electrical synapses. Next, the sarcoplasm of each myocardial cell possesses disc-like structures, dark disc-like structures. These are called intercalated disc. So the dark lines across the myocardial cells or cardiac muscles are called intercalated disc. Intercalated disc. The presence of intercalated disc is an unique character of cardiac muscles of the vertebrates. So, cardiac muscles of vertebrates possess dark lines. These are called intercalated disc. What are the functions of intercalated disc? The intercalated disc helps in the transport of ions like sodium, chloride, etc. from one cardiac cell to adjoining cardiac cell. So intercalated disc, the ions are passes from one myocardial cell to another myocardial cell through intercalated disc. Next, the sarcoplasm of the myocardial cell possesses myofibrils. So these are myofibrils. The myofibrils possess regular and alternate dark and light bonds. Here, light bonds are I bonds and dark bonds are A bonds. The light or I bonds possess actin filaments and dark or A bond possess myosin filaments. The actin and myosin filaments arranged regularly and alternately. So the regular and alternate arrangement of actin and myosin filaments forms dark lines. On the muscles. So the myofibrils of cardiac muscles forms dark lines. So the structurally cardiac muscles are similar to skeletal muscles. Here skeletal muscles are also possess myofibrils. Myofibrils have all regular and alternate actin and myosin filaments. So the cardiac muscles are structurally similar to skeletal muscles. Next, the cardiac muscles does not depends on nerve impulses for its contractions. For its contractions. So the cardiac muscles does not depends on nerve impulses for its contractions. Because the cardiac muscles possess a specialized cardiac musculature. A specialized cardiac musculature. So the heart of the vertebrates possess a specialized cardiac musculature called nodal tissue. So the wall of the heart in the vertebrates possess a specialized cardiac musculature called nodal tissue. The nodal tissue is two types, ACA node and AV node. For example, this is human heart or mammalian heart. The human or mammalian heart possesses four chambers. The upper two chambers are called atria and lower two chambers are called ventricles. This is right atrium. This is left atrium. Right upper corner of the right atrium possesses a specialized cardiac musculature called nodal tissue. This is called SA node. So right upper corner of the right atrium possesses SA node. Next, the lower left corner of the right atrium possesses AV node. Here SA node and AV node both are nodal tissue. The nodal tissue is present only in the heart of vertebrates. Here the SA node generate action potential or impulses by one for heart contractions. So SA node is described as pacemaker. So SA node generate action potential or impulses by one for heart contractions. So the SA node described as pacemaker. Here SA node generate action potential or impulses for heart contractions by one. It does not depend on nerve signals or nerve impulses. These impulses spread to both atria. Now the both atria undergoes contractions. Next, the AV node receives action potential or impulses from SA node and send them to both ventricles. To both ventricles. Now, ventricles undergoes contractions. Here, the heart the heart contraction does not depends on nerve impulses, because the heart in the vertebrates possesses a specialized cardiac musculature in the wall of heart called nodal tissue. It is two types, AC node and AV node. Here, AC node act as pacemaker. It generates action potential or impulses for heart contractions by bone. It does not depend on signals from nerve. Signals from nerve. So, heart in the vertebrates is called myogenic heart. Myogenic heart. Myogenic heart. Heart in the vertebrates is called myogenic heart. What is myogenic heart? The heart which does not depend on signals from nerves for its contractions are called myogenic heart, or the heart which generate action potential or impulses for its contractions by bone does not depend on nerve signals are called myogenic heart. So myogenic hearts are present in vertebrates. Next, invertebrates possess neurogenic hearts. Neurogenic heart. The heart which generate action potential or impulses for its contractions with the help of nerve impulses. With the help of nerve impulses are called neurogenic heart. Generally, neurogenic heart present in the invertebrates. Vertebrates possess myogenic heart. So the myogenic heart does not depend on nerve signals. Next, the cardiac muscles do not work under the conscious control of the organism or animal. So, the cardiac muscles are called voluntary muscles. Involuntary muscles. So the cardiac muscles, the cardiac muscles do not work under the conscious control of the animal or organism. So the cardiac muscles are called involuntary muscles. So the cardiac muscles are similar to smooth muscles in their function. So functionally, cardiac muscles are similar to smooth muscles. Smooth muscles are also involuntary muscles. Next, the excited one cardiac cell can excite all the cardiac cells of the heart quickly and causes whole cardiac contraction. So, the excited one cardiac cell can excite all the cardiac cells in the wall of heart. and causes whole cardiac contraction. So the contraction of whole cardiac muscle of the heart as a single unit. So the contraction of whole cardiac muscle of the heart as a single unit. So thus the cardiac muscle is described as a functional syncytium. Functional syncytium. Functional syncytium. So one cardiac muscle cell excited, which excites all the cardiac cells of the heart quickly and causes whole cardiac contraction. So the contraction of whole cardiac muscle of the heart as a single unit. Thus the cardiac muscle is described as functional syncytium. Functional syncytium. Next, the cardiac muscles are highly resistant to fatigue. Highly resistant to fatigue. So cardiac muscles contracts throughout the life of organism without fatigue. Without fatigue. So the cardiac muscles are highly resistant to fatigue because it contains many sarcosomes. Many molecules of myoglobin and large amount of blood supply. So the cardiac muscles are highly resistant to fatigue because it has many or numerous sarcosomes. Sarcosomes are mitochondria. Many molecules of myoglobin. Myoglobin is a oxygen storage pigment. And large amount of blood supply. Large amount of blood is supplied, which facilitate continuous aerobic respiration. So the many sarcosomes, many molecules of myoglobin and large amount of blood supply facilitates continuous aerobic respiration. Continuous aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration means the respiration occurs in the presence of oxygen is called aerobic respiration. Here the cardiac muscles possess large number of myoglobin, many molecules of myoglobin. So the presence of large amount of myoglobin store large amount of oxygen. So the myoglobin store large amount of oxygen. Presence of large amount of oxygen produce large amount of energy from mitochondria or sarcosomes. So production of large amount of energy utilizes in the contraction and relaxation of the cardiac muscles. So the cardiac muscles are highly resistant to fatigue. Large amount of blood is supplied to wall of the heart. Wall of the heart. The blood supplies large amount of oxygen and nutrients to wall of the heart. With the help of oxygen and nutrients like glucose, the cardiac muscles produce large amount of energy with the help of sarcosomes. So the cardiac muscles are highly resistant to fatigue. So these are the cardiac muscles. So the cardiac muscles are structurally similar to skeletal muscles. Cardiac muscles possess alternate, regular and alternate light and dark bands which forms lines on the muscles. Next, cardiac muscles are functionally cardiac muscles are similar to smooth muscles because cardiac muscles are involuntary muscles. They do not work under the conscious control of the organism, and the cardiac muscles works or contracts for a long time without fatigue. So, like smooth muscles. So, functionally the cardiac muscles are similar to smooth muscles. So, this is the cardiac muscles. Next, I will explain the another tissue, nervous tissue, in the next class.